Hey guys, it's Becca, and I am fully animated now. I've been learning Blender over the past few years, and I think I'm finally good enough to make something that doesn't look like an eldritch horror. So now I'm animated, but that's not the point of this video. I've been looking at my channel recently, and I realized I've been doing a ton of gameplay videos, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But I used to do a lot more craft projects and sewing on this channel, and I haven't done one of those videos in over 4 years. I've been finding a lot of things from thrift stores that I've just been wanting to repaint or customize, and I have to start with this one. It's a carousel, and the coolest thing about this so originally I was just gonna repaint this, like make everything look a little bit cleaner, but I thought that was just too boring. If I'm gonna customize something, I'm going to customize something. This carousel only has 4 horses. You know what else is a carousel that only has 4 horses? Yeah, I'm primarily a FNAF channel. I've got to make the FNAF 2 carousel. Let's get started. So first thing we gotta do is remove all these horses. I'm not sure if I want to break the spindles. I was planning on using these spindles to put the new horses on, but they are glued in there and I'm not risking getting that out. So these are going to the scrap bin, and I think I have some wood pieces that would fit these holes. I'm just gonna have to find them real quick. Okay, so I just looked through my wood pile and I have about the right size. I think they're a little bit larger. Yep, these guys just barely fit in there. Look, if I try and put one in, just fits in the hole, no gaps. Now that the carousel's all prepped, I'm going to start on the part that's going to take the longest, and that's going to be the horses. Except none of them are horses. I'm going to be using air dry clay, and while it's drying, I can work on the rest of the carousel. Okay, they're all done. My hands are so chalky. So I'm not gonna do Chica's feet yet because they're gonna break if I make them out of clay. So I'm just gonna make them with a 3D pen because that's what I have, and the rest of them are all done. So I'm gonna let these guys dry, and then I'm gonna get to fixing up the carousel. I made a cone shape out of cardboard to cover the top so I don't have to take it off, and it should fit right on. I'm gonna cut this down. Now I'm going to glue this on the top before I put that on, just so it'll fit correctly. Okay, so now with the base part done, I'm going to get started on this part that kind of looks like a ladder. And to do that, I'm going to cut out a bunch of pieces of popsicle sticks. Oh, my camera's falling. I think this should be enough. A couple of them have bad pieces, but that's alright. I can just use scissors to clean those up. Then I cut out 2 circle pieces, same size as the last, to go on the top and bottom of the ladder piece. So to make the dome part of the carousel at the top, I took a bunch of triangle-shaped pieces that were kind of like curved on the edges a little bit. And I took 6 of them and then glued them together. There's a gap in the middle, I'm not sure why. But this is not going to work. I need to double the amount of triangles, and I need to make them thinner and a little bit more rounder. That way it will curve a bit more and it'll be a lot smoother. So let me get started on that. Okay, so I finished the dome top. I ended up using 10 pieces on the edges, and it's looking a little tall. So I'm gonna cut this down, and I also think that this might be a bit too high, but we'll see after we cut this. Okay, after seeing the dome cut down, I definitely need to shorten this a little bit. Now all we really have left is all the little details, and to start, the little ball on top. This was used for rock candy, and I cleaned it up, and I feel like that would be perfect for the top. Alright, I think that's pretty good. For the trim work, I cut thin strips out of scrap foam left over from previous projects. I originally wasn't going to add this, but doing so helped hide all my raw edges that I cut out of the cardboard, so it was worth it to have the extra details, even if it took me extra time. Okay, now I got all the foam bits on. I'm keeping this bit separate so I can paint that all white underneath so there's no cardboard showing through. Anyways, here's how it looks when it's in motion. I only need to use this part because it's the right size and shape that I need. So I'm just going to trim these edges off. And once it's cleaned up, it should look like this. And thankfully, I have an abundance of these guys because I use them to make chainmail armor. It's not actually good for armor, but as far as costumes go, it looks really good. It's also super lightweight. Alright, so here's all my detail pieces so far. Now I'm going to glue them on here and then we can get to painting. Yeah, that red's not showing up too well. Let me finish here. If it doesn't look the best, I can always add white as a base coat to lighten it up. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do here. Before I added all the final details, I wanted to go over with a coat of Mod Podge. This way, all the paint would be sealed in and it wouldn't chip over time, even though that would probably add a cool effect. And it adds the shine to make it look like a plastic more than clay and paint, so... Instead of making all the little lights out of clay, I decided to just use these pearl-looking beads. And I had to make my own tweezers because I didn't have any to pick them up, but they wouldn't work. So I had to place all of these beads by hand. And yes, I got super glue on my fingers, but it works better than tweezers. And with that, the carousel is complete. This project took me, I'm not even sure, hours over the span of 3 days. I lost track, but here it is. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you will want to see more of these projects in the future, because I have a lot more to customize. Until then, goodbye!